Before we start this video, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you're thinking about investing in mining stocks, then you need professional help. What I mean is, you need to seek the advice of professionals. Get some guidance from people that know what they're doing. So stick around for the end of this video where I'll give you a clue as to who a few of these people are. Thanks. Hi, people have been asking me a lot lately about mining stocks, gold mining stocks and silver mining stocks. Should they buy? Shouldn't they buy? How much bullion should they buy? When I first started back in 2002, I started buying gold, back when it was about $325 an ounce. And by April of 2003, I was all in. I had discovered silver. I bought a whole bunch of mining stocks. Actually, more than half my portfolio was mining stocks. And I was lucky enough to catch the last true upwave on mining stocks. I'm going to show you a couple of charts here. And when these charts are going up, it means that these are ratio charts again. I'm dividing a gold mining index, or a metals mining index. It's the XAU or the HUI. These are two indexes of gold mining and silver mining stocks. And I'm dividing those by the price of gold, so it'll show you when gold is outperforming or when stocks are outperforming. And these are the largest of the stocks, so these are good, stable stocks. But what you see here is that in the XAU, since the early 80s, on the average, gold and silver outperform the stocks on the average. And the XAU, the stocks are still down by 50% compared to gold since 1996. In other words, gold has outperformed by double. With the HUI doesn't go back as far. But you can see here where I first started buying in April of 2003. And then I was lucky enough to catch that wave up to 2004 and made some spectacular gains. But then a few years ago I did a study on this. Mining stocks compared to the precious metals themselves. And there's the Barron's Gold Mining Index. And that has been taken all the way back to 1971, the beginning of the first bull market. And if you take that compared to gold, gold has outperformed the Barron's Gold Mining Index by 300%. That means if you were invested in just the physical metal gold, you could have had triple the returns of the Barron's Gold Mining Index, an index of the very best mining stocks out there. I'm not saying you shouldn't be invested in stocks. I'm saying that your money that you want to, your value that you want to store in money and make safe, store it in physical precious metals. That's what I did. In fact, a couple of years ago, I sold all of my stocks, and I am 100% in physical metals. I have no other investment except my businesses and the book and the physical precious metals. If you want to get the leverage, if you have some capital that you want to risk and try and gain leverage and increase your winnings, you can put some into mining stocks, and I believe that it is the second best bet. And you can have huge winnings, but it is a bet. It is a gamble. You know, they say in life that there are no sure things. But the closest thing that I have ever seen is gold and silver rising against fiat currencies and gaining in purchasing power from where they are today. And I think they're going to continue to rise. I have never seen anything in the financial world with the inevitability that this has. And so I believe for me that it's a sure thing. I can't guarantee that for anybody else, but I have placed I've made my wager. And it's my entire life that I have wagered, everything. I wrapped my life around it. And I have no other investments. It's just physical precious metals, and it's because they outperform. If you are going to go ahead and invest in mining stocks, and it is not a bad idea, but you are playing the stock market, if there's a stock market crash, you could see a scenario where gold and silver are going north, but mining stocks are going south with the rest of the stock market. But if you do, then get professional advice, because the professionals that analyze all of the mining companies and pick these stocks have a track record of far outperforming the average stock indexes. So if you want to play this leverage, I suggest looking at the professionals like, for instance, David Morgan at silver-investor.com. That's for silver. And then for gold, there's Doug Casey of CaseyResearch.com. The Aden sisters have been around for a long time, AdenForecast.com. Lawrence Ralston of ResourceOpportunities.com, and Jay Taylor of MiningStocks.com. So that is my take on the mining stocks. The mining stocks introduce risk into something that is a sure thing and on the average will outperform the mining stocks anyway. When you buy a mining stock, you could have a mine collapse, the EPA can shut it down, there can be a strike, there's just all sorts of risks that you introduce. So my strategy was just to go with the sure thing because I have never seen anything with the potential gains that gold and silver have, and the risk-reward ratio, risk being so low and the rewards being so incredibly high. So thank you very much. I'll see you next time. The silver Dow ratio, when you look at that, that went like straight down and it's coming off of this bottom and it's barely even started to move up. Well, it's going to rise just like the other side. If you flip these charts around, you'll get a symmetrical idea of what this